Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Phlinger, and survival games. Love them or hate them, we've got some really good ones coming out soon. I personally love them, so I compiled a list of the ones that I've been taking a look at. Some have large teams making them, and a few on this list are amazingly enough being developed by a single person. So take some of these release dates with a grain of salt. But without further ado, let's get started. Alright, the first one on this list is Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Now, this one right here is where they are kind of going back to Moria, where it's supposed to be after the Lord of the Rings, where you are trying to retake everything, remine everything on a procedurally generated Moria. So no two adventures are going to be alike, and there's also going to be in-depth base building, all sorts of combats, as well as being able to explore the deep, dark depths of all the places where the orcs were originally feared to go. So some of the places in here are going to be rather exciting, and I am really looking forward to this one because, come on, Lord of the Rings, Moria, what's not to like? The only thing that's got me down on this one is there's always going to be darkness, but that's really kind of hit or miss. I'm kind of enjoying the idea of being able to go in and do that stuff. Dwarves of Moria is slotted to be released in spring of 2023, but since we are getting a little bit close to the very end of spring 2023 and getting ready for summer, I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. They may be released a little bit late, but I'm hopeful that it will be released within the next month. If it does, that's exciting.
Awaken. Let the fire in your veins guide you, for you shall have nothing else to survive. No food or comfort, until it is earned.
Enshrouded is looking to be a more survival with a heavy accentuation on RPG elements. So they're going to be dipping really hard into the RPG and adding a lot more adventure to it. But there is a lot of base building, voxel-based technology as you go through the realm of Ember Vale in a co-op adventure, or you could also play it solo, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I think that the idea that you could go through, play a bunch of magic, build your own bases, and blow things up and actually see them crumble in front of you looks to be really, really exciting. It looks like their take on the RPG elements means that the action combat is going to be a little bit more akin to Zelda-like games, but I think it could be really, really fun. This one right here should be coming out in 2023. Let's keep our eyes open. Just Us is a game I've been following for quite a long time. I've been keeping my eye on this one since it was originally announced to be released in 2018, and then it got held off. Now, it is made by one single developer, which is very, very understandable. And while some people have said that it's been dead, he's actually still quite active on Steam with answering questions to people who ask him. And so that gives me hope that this will eventually be released one day, and I think it could be really, really cool. Now, what it is you're a couple that have moved to an island because of global warming. Now, here on this island, you are tasked with the basics of survival. You have to build, you have to survive, you have to live. You can even tame pets and then get them to help you out. There's a unique crafting system built on this, and also you also have the ability to scavenge, which I think is really, really cool. And this is definitely one to keep an eye on. I've been watching it for so long, I just hope it will eventually come out. Set 10 miles beneath the surface of Mars, Blind Descent is actually kind of giving me some rather serious Subnautica meets Green Hell had a baby that is now named The Forest vibes. I'm actually kind of looking really forward to this game. You have crafting, you have survival, and you have a really wonderful, beautiful game. And this one right here is one that I've been really looking forward to as well, ever since I first heard about it. The key features of this game are you can survive in the vast subterranean world, dive deep into dangerous dungeons and gather resources, climb dynamically, that sounds really, really cool, build your house, your base, deck out your buildings with furniture, and track the footsteps of the missing pioneers team that came before you. I'm keeping my eye on this one as I'm very intrigued.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration.
Dune Awakening is a game I've kept my eye on ever since it was very first announced. Now, it's supposed to be an open-world survival craft game with some serious MMO funk mixed into it, kind of like Conan Exiles, and it is brought to you by Funcom, which did do Conan Exiles, and pair the game with that they originally did, Conan Exiles, I've said that a lot, with, I'd say, well, I want to say PlanetSide 2, and I think that's kind of the gameplay that I'm expecting out of this game. It does seem really cool. I love the world of Dune, and I really, really am looking forward to this game. I think that it could be really fun, especially if you get to be able to ride one of the sandworms. Those things are absolutely amazing. I love the books. I love the movie. If the game is anything like it, it should be really good. Don't fail us, Funcom, because we're keeping an eye out for you. Now, here's one I've been keeping an eye out for a long time. Skye, the Misty Isle. Now, this one is single-player only, but that doesn't diminish anything because some of the best survival games are single-player only. I think this one is really, really interesting looking. It is a hyper-realistic look at the Isle of Skye in Nordic times. Skye is a hyper-realistic survival game set on the Isle of Skye during the Viking period. Washed ashore, you will fight both the elements and the island's natural predators for survival in a bid to find out how you came to be on its shores. All right, the map is actually supposed to be 256 square kilometer map, which is kind of massive. This one is one I've been really hoping for a long time because this one looks like one I could get lost in for a long time. Under a Rock is probably one of my most anticipated ones coming up here shortly. I think this one looks absolutely amazing. Basically, with the gameplay of Ark Survival Evolved meets Fortnite, which is kind of amazing just if you think about it long enough. Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, now you take the role of an explorer that is looking for their long-lost expedition, and you crash land on this mysterious island looking for them. The building in this game seems to be something that I think all the other survival games should incorporate. You can build stuff freeform by placing it down like you can in most other games, or you can go into what they call blueprint mode, where you can set out ghost items and then just build everything on a massive blueprint and then save that blueprint, either craft it later or share it with your friends, so where all they have to do is put down the blueprint and then put in the materials required, and then voila, they have their own base with the exact specifications of what you have. Or you can save it, use it for yourself. Honestly, this one right here, I am really anticipating this one. I want to play it. I want to play it now, and it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. I think this one is absolutely insane. And yes, please, can we have it now? Thank you.
Is a state emergency announcement. The Rotor Laboratory, on behalf of the government, assures that none of the bacteriological attacks will harm citizens' health. I quote, "There are no risks of any kind. You are safe in your house. Not attempt leaving the city using transportation services."
The Rooted is a post-apocalyptic survival game that has been on my wish list ever since it was very first announced. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I've followed its development ever since I knew it existed. And it does seem to be kind of like a game like The Last of Us meets maybe The Division mixed with maybe a little bit of Scum. It actually looks really, really fun. Now, the fact that you can base build and also adventure with your friends, it does seem really cool, to be fair. And honestly, my main hope is that they allow people to host their own servers, which would just take this game to a whole new level and maybe even add mods. This one right here does look like it has the staying power only if they deliver. But from what I've seen, it does look like they do intend on delivering, and we can only hope so at this point.
My dad tells stories of a terrible war that happened across the sky. Heroes fought and died to give us a chance to start over. All that I know from their Earth are the creatures they sent along with us. And here on Arat, every day is a fight to survive.
All right, love it or hate it, honestly, I love Ark, so I am hoping for the best for Ark 2. I think if they give us something that is still sandboxy, still open world survival, and doesn't play like a exactly straight copy-paste Dark Souls game, I think if they could really knock things out of the park, and I really look forward to being able to play with some more dinos. It honestly kind of really still excites me, and I really hope that they knock it out of the park with Ark 2, because as long as they give us something that's not linear, that is full sandbox like the original, they should be just fine. All right, let's do it. A wild card, no pressure.
This is where we belong, exploring this vast and wondrous world. Its treasures call out to be discovered. Its ancient secrets beckon us.
Pax Dei is looking to turn out to be a really, really visually stunning game. Now, I'm really excited because if they can deliver the level of gameplay that they have with the visuals already, it's looking to be really, really good. It already has building, it already has crafting, it already has survival, and also has adventuring. Now, you start off in a rather safe area known as the Heartlands, but the further you go out, the darker it gets and the more dangerous it gets from there. It's supposed to be a very PvP-focused game, but that's actually sounds pretty fun. As long as they can deliver, this one is turning out to be pretty dang impressive looking. I just hope they can deliver on it. Grand Emprise is turning out to be a rather interesting looking game. Now, I am very excited for this one, and once again, this one is developed by one single person. Yeah, rewatch that trailer. One single person, and it already looks extremely impressive. Now, you can start off in different time zones. You can start off in where the dinosaurs. You can start off in, or you can go through the Renaissance era. You can go through medieval times. You can go through modern day. You can go through futuristic. And from what it looks like is that you can travel between those, and then you can craft things in that era and then take them around. Like in this trailer, where you can actually watch them build the boat and then take the boat out, or you can take your revolver back and shoot a T-Rex in the face. This one looks really, really intriguing. I am extremely excited to learn more. This one looks like it's going to be coming out in 2023, the third quarter, and I can't wait. If this one really pulls through, it should be absolutely amazing. Granted, like I said, it's made by one guy, but that guy seems to really know what he's doing. So, hey, here it is. I hope you guys enjoy it, but that's the list. I hope you guys enjoyed the list. If you have more games that you'd like me to take a look at, leave them in the comments down below. Let me know about them. I'm going to leave links to all of these and where you can find them on Steam or Epic Games down in the description. So, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the list. If you did, make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate that. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger, and take it easy, everybody.